The algorithm is a robot and does not care about your feelings. Hello. So, I have no structure in general, but especially not for this video. So today's video is going to be things I have learned not to do in a reaction. It's been quite a few things. The reaction world is a very interesting subsect of entertainment on the internet, and I am definitely not what I would consider to be a very big reaction channel. I'm still small. So whenever I like mess up or say something negative about, like, I don't know, for example, Ronnie Radke, I'm not gonna like be scared for the rest of my life that someone's gonna find me and murder me yet. But I have a big enough channel where there's definitely a lot of people having lots of opinions. So we're going to talk about some of the ins and outs that I have learned to reaction, and these are just some things I could tell you based off of my own experience. Now, that's the first thing I want to say, is everything I'm about to say is from my own experience, has nothing to do with anybody else's timeline or what they do in their videos, all that kind of stuff. So I want to start off by saying I am very aware of the kind of videos and the kind of content that I put out. Primarily, I do reaction videos to metal music, and primarily I'm doing heavy metal, harsh vocals. That's primarily what I'm doing. That's what people subscribe to my channel for. And I think I hypothesize that the reason is because that's a very stark contrast to my physical appearance and my experience, right? Because it's theater kid reacts to hardcore band, right? And so I think that that adds an interesting element to it, which is why I think it's a clickable thing. The first thing I want to say that I've learned is you can develop trends that you see. Like, hey, every single time I post a Lorna Shore video, it gets 5,000+ views. It probably is going to get 10,000 views, blah, blah, blah. That's never a certainty. You do not know that there's a certainty. I have posted a Howard Jones Scion video that got 60,000 views. I've hosted a Howard Jones Scion video that's gotten less than 1,000 views. So you do not know what YouTube is going to decide to do with your content that you made, right? I go on this rampage with people all the time. I could tell people all the time, if you want to talk to me about YouTube analytics, I will talk your ear off about it, because the algorithm is a robot and does not care about your feelings. Okay? So it's going to do whatever it wants to do, and it will. You have to create content that you enjoy making, that you enjoy doing, that you think that your subscriber base is going to enjoy. Right now, as I'm doing this, that's like 12,000 people. So it's like, what do I think those people are going to do? Because as far as the reach, you aren't in control of what YouTube does. I mean, as far as this point of where I am, we can try to say, hey, I'm gonna do Eskimo Callboy the week it comes out, and hope that the SEO isn't oversaturated with the search of Eskimo Callboy to not like push my video to like 17th down on the search page. But you never know. You just never know. I think that's also a great example of that. Speaking of Eskimo Callboy, I used to have this theory that if you post a reaction of a video the week that the music video came out, it doesn't do as well because the SEO is oversaturated. As far as if you're a small creator, right? If I'm Nick Nocturnal, or I'm the charismatic voice, or I'm Tank, it's not gonna make that big of a difference because my subscriber base is so big. So as long as my subscriber base is subscribed to my channels for videos like Eskimo Callboy, the second I post videos like Eskimo Callboy, all those subscribers are going to want to watch that video, and then therefore that tells the SEO, oh, all these other people who also like videos that this person watches are also going to want to watch them. But as far as being a small creator, that's not necessarily true, right? Because it's a computer. So it's like, Like, that's why I keep telling people is it's like the SEO is not making things, they're not pushing your videos that doesn't want to push because it has a personal vendetta against you. YouTube just wants you to do the thing that your people watch your videos for. That's what they want you to do. And the other stuff, they don't really care about pushing that because it's not why people watch your videos. They just don't care. So that has been that's why I have that, the phrase in my videos. I'm sure you've heard it. If you subscribe to my channel, I post reactions every single Friday and whatever the frack I want to on Wednesdays. Wednesdays recently has been reaction videos just because there's been so many new videos I'm wanting to get through. But generally on Wednesdays, I try to create content that isn't reaction based or is like something that can be monetizable, is something that won't be copyright claimed and something that is a little bit of more original ideas because that's me and I like doing that. The problem with that and that the struggle I've had with that is that you think like you put all this effort into a video that's like original content, like from your brainchild, and you edit it and you do all this kind of stuff you put out there and nobody watches it. And you're just doing it just to make original content, and then you make a reaction video that takes me like 10 minutes to film, 45 minutes to edit, upload, done. And that gets significantly more views. So I constantly struggle with that, but it's the big thing of being an artist and being like, listen, you're creating the stuff for yourself and you're putting it out there. And I keep saying that and not doing it. So I need to do it. So the biggest thing, I'd say the number one thing I definitely learned being a reactor is you are not in control of what the SEO wants you to do. You're in control of what you want to do. And that's what your channel should be about. It's about what you want to do and the kind of content you want to put out there. I have a friend, I'll tag their channel in this video, who they got their channel monetized because of this crazy event with someone that she was in a relationship with. And so she made this video and it was able to monetize her channel and all that kind of stuff. But now she does like wellness things, like 50-day challenges and stuff like that. And now that is making her channel pop off and is changing her subscriber base into something that she's more passionate about. And I think that's a more inspirational story than anything I've heard, because it's like, not only did you make a video pop off once, you made it pop off once, and then you changed the SEO's designated idea of what you should do to something else. and I love that, because that's what I always say, as I'm like, I'm not going to do what you want me to do. Not going to do it. All right, so the second thing I think that I've definitely learned as a reactor, I think this is number 2. The second thing I've learned is definitely take your comments with a grain of salt. So I have had people in my comments propose marriage to me. I've had people in my comments talk about my physical appearance ad nauseum. I have had people in my comments tell me that I am a worthless piece of trash that deserves to jump off a bridge. There's a wide range of them, but the biggest thing is if you're put in a position and you make a video, like I did for Falling River. If you make a video and you're noticing that you're getting a lot of like negative comments over and over again, you don't have to read them. You don't have to respond to them. You do not need to respond to them. Now, the big thing I think a lot of creators get into, the negative headspace of that, is that we think responding to comments boosts the video, because it does. That we definitely need to respond to every single comment. But if it's making you not want to be alive, or if it's making you it's putting you in a position where you do not want to be making videos anymore, then it's not helpful, right? So if you're having a bunch of those things, now that does that mean that I listen to my own advice and I don't troll people who are trolling me? Absolutely not. Because I definitely do that. 100%. I love it. I love it. Like I said, that's if I'm in a good place and I'm wanting to do that. Because, not everybody's having great mental health days. Sometimes things are not going great. Like if I could explain this last month that I just had to you. So if there was going to be, you know what I'm saying. You just want to make sure that you're taking all that with, hey, this person has anonymity to say whatever they want. And I'll link my Charis Reacts to Dumb Comments video that I have here. That's one of my favorite videos. I need to do another one of those. But I've actually been getting less dumb comments on my channel recently. I don't know if it's because I've been reacting to better bands, not falling in reverse or whatever. But yeah. The third thing I think that I've definitely learned is you put yourself on a release schedule. Like you're like, hey, I want to release, in my experience, for what I've been trying to do, I want to release a video every Friday and every Wednesday. Okay. Now I'm a little bit more lenient on the Wednesday ones. Sometimes I'll skip them. Sometimes I won't. And we get in this, like, as reactors, or I guess people making videos just in general, we get in this idea of like, okay, I'm going to get ahead, right? I'm going to do all this stuff and get ahead. And then you get ahead and then you're busy for 2 weeks. And then you're like, oh no, I did all this work to get ahead. And now I'm not ahead anymore. So you want to put those in place so that you can stay on your schedule. But the schedule is not king. That is the thing. I think a lot of creators talk about how the schedule fits with the SEO. If they see that you're posting more regularly, they'll post your stuff more on the Discover page and blah, 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 blah. That's a whole lot of stuff that isn't in your control. What you are in control of is you. You're in control of you and how you're feeling. And that should be the number one precedent. If you're in like a situation like me, I've got a regular day job, another part-time job, I'm in shows, I'm streaming twice a week, and I'm trying to put 2 YouTube videos out. So it's like, okay, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and that's okay. It's all right if you can't put a funny haha video out twice a week. That's okay. And it's funny, I was actually at one of my friends' birthday dinners, and somebody asked me if I had any projects coming up. And I said no, and my roommate was there, and he said, well, actually, she posts 2 videos every day to YouTube, so she does have a lot of projects. But there I am, with my imposter syndrome, once again, taking wing over my mental health, making me feel like I'm not good enough at all times. Number 4 is that if you're gonna pick a niche, and this kind of goes back to the first thing I said, do what you want. You need to come into that niche with an open mind. I think that's been the most rewarding thing I've had out of this. Before I started my YouTube channel, I had like an ex who listened to metal music, and that was like my only like intro into it. And it wasn't really anything that I put a lot of thought into that I thought that I would enjoy, right? So you want to come into it with an open mind to be like, hey, I'm going into this world just how I would be if someone wanted to ask me about musicals, you know, because I'm a theater kid. That's what I went to school for, is musical theater, special Charis fact, if you didn't know that. And so it's important to not gatekeep. I think that's something that I've learned. Not gatekeep people that want to come into this realm. And it's important to have an appreciation for art forms. And I think that's what this has like really shown me and really brought me, is that appreciation for music in a way that I didn't have it before, for a different genre and subgenres, because metal's deep, bro. Like, it's got a lot of layers. There's lots of different kinds. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot going on in the world of metal. But this is, if you're starting a channel, if you're starting a YouTube channel, my number one piece of advice for everyone starting a YouTube channel, whether it's reaction channel or original content or skits or sketches, whatever, just put something out. Just do the video. My first YouTube video was me talking about Australian slang. True story. It is unfortunately still on my YouTube channel, so you can see that. It's very important for you to just start. Just throw yourself into it. So many people I talk to are like, oh, I always wanted to do that, but I just, never know what kind of just make something. If it's a 3-minute video, just put it out there. Because your first video is going to suck. Okay, it's gonna suck heavily. All right, it's gonna suck. You're not gonna know what you're doing as far as editing it. You're not gonna know what you're doing as far as content. You're not gonna know what people are gonna enjoy because you don't have any people, right? So you just need to put it out there for you. And that's the number one thing. Just do it. Just do it. That's what I would say. So, if you guys aren't already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Ooh, I hit the microphone. We're going to continue going. So, the notification bell and I don't know. Post new reactions every single Friday and whatever the frack I want to on Wednesdays. So you guys have a wonderful morning, noon, or night. Wherever that you are in the world, you're loved by me. And I will see you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile. I'm wearing a romper today. So I feel very powerful. Very powerful. Ah, power. Unite. Hi guys, as I'm filming this right now, it's Memorial Day, like Memorial Day evening, so happy Memorial Day! Special fact about me, I always forget like which one's Memorial Day and which one's Labor Day, and there's a rule about wearing white in there somewhere, and I can never remember which one it is. I'm always like, is it more Memorial Day or is it Labor Day? Two very different holidays, celebrating very different things. If I do say so myself. Oh God. Okay. So, I have no structure. Yes. So there's what I always say is I'm like, I'm not going to do what you want me to do. Not going to do it. Not going to do it.